guys, my name is Michael, and today we are going to talk about a new function which is GTK-Entry Set Progress Fraction. And by working with this function, you will see that we are going to work with a lot of functions which we learned in the previous tutorials, and those functions are GTK-Entry Set Max Length, Set Visibility, Set Invisible Char, Get Things Length, Set Icon from Icon Name, and of course we are going to talk about a new signal which is Insert Text Signal, and of course about this function. Before we proceed, let's see what manual says about this function. I have it already here. It says cause the entry progress indicator to fill in the given fraction of the bar. So this means the fraction should be between 0.0 and 1.0. This function returns nothing, so void. And takes two parameters. First one is our entry, of course, and the second is the fraction, which already said here it is between 0.0 and 1.0. This progress fraction is something like a progress bar, so that you understand it. Before we proceed, let me run the program to show you something. I already have here something, so I will run the program now. And as you can see, when I run the program, you see here is the progress bar, which goes together with our text which we inserted. So by meaning, let's see, we created an entry, as you already know. We set it a name so that we can work with it in CSS, just a special name for this entry. When possible you have more entries, then only it will be applied only to this entry, and so on. The next thing, we put our entry into the window inside, already know that. And the next thing here, we set the max length, so we said that the entry should have no more than 8 characters, so this means it's the maximum which is allowed into our program. The next thing after is the GTK-Entry Set Visibility. We put it to false, so that you cannot see what, so no one can see what you are typing. And then we change the default character which is provided through this function. We already learned in one of the last tutorials, and we change it with this character star, so that when you type, as you can see already, the stars are there. Once then we did these things here, then we connected two signals to our entry. The first signal, it is activate word in learn. Activate means when you type something like for example hello, and then you type enter, you hit enter, you see there it says hello because we typed this. Okay, and the next thing, it is the next signal, which is insert text. This is a signal which it will sketch it in the moment when you type something, when you insert a text or something, and then it is this function called. So this function what does, let's see. The first thing here gets the length, GTK-Entry get length, text length, which means is the text which you are typing at that moment. And after that we create an if statement here, and we'll say if the text which you provided is less than 8, then we call GTK-Entry Set Icon from Icon Name, and we provide a secondary icon. We already learned this function in another tutorial, and we provide, I don't know, I decide to provide this icon media sig favor. So this means when I type something, now you will see here that media sig favor icon is coming. You see, it's there. Okay, and then I set a progress fraction on this entry with the length divided by this is not just a random number, this is a number which you can calculate through a function, you can put it. I divided to 10 because of the 8 characters. So what this means I will show you in a moment. Let's see, if I type something now, watch how the progress line is going together with the text. So this means if I put now 50 here, for example, you will see that they are not passing together. So you see where the line stays behind. Okay, so this is why I'm taking 10. So if the text is not less than max length, so this means it's equal or bigger, then you will say GTK-entry set progress fraction to 1. 1 means so that the progress bar it will be the whole entry long, you see, like here. And the next thing, we are printing a message. You can do a dialog or something, info for user, say the maximum length was reached, so it's too much, there are too much character inserted for this passive field. And then last thing, then we are changing this icon, media seek forward, we are changing it. In that point I decide with media playback stop. You can do whatever you want to. So watch, when I'm typing until the last character, you see now it's changed. Now I have a different icon. If I hit enter, it's coming back the media seek forward icon, which shows you how much and how many characters you can still type. And once that I hit enter, as you can see, we have here the text which we type it, and also shows you how long the text it was. So that being said, this is about this function. Let me see about this insert text a little bit, because it's very important. If you go here and you search for X signals on this is a GTK-entry widget, so its signals are here. If you search here, there is no insert text signal where you maybe think it is. If you make a search or something about it to find out where it is exactly, there are a lot of things here, but once that you press to GTK table, you'll see that GTK table is the part where you actually you edit, it is the widget which provide you a way to work with the text which we set it inside the entry. So it says here, description: the GTK editable interface is an interface which should be implemented by text editing, you see, by text editing widgets such as GTK-entry and GTK spin button. So this is the reason. We will talk about GTK editables later, but I wanted only to show you where the signal came. It came this time from editable and not from the entry, because we are not catching an entry signal, so we are catching text which is inside of the entry signal. So that's why we have this editable here and those three signals. As you can see, if I click here, it says entry text. It's a void function which takes 5 parameters, but we didn't choose, we didn't work with those 5. We didn't, we were working only with 1. So because as you can see here, we are working only with one widget. For this reason, I called, like I already learned, to G-signal connect swap, which allows you to work only with one parameter. So by calling this function this time, we just set to this a signal that only one parameter will be used when the signal is catched. Okay guys, that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you understand. If not, leave a comment about if something's there which you didn't understand, and we will talk about it. And until next time, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and see you guys.